Hey, what is going on? What's up, YouTube? All right, so Coach Steph is here in the building, here to give you some tips and some strategies, some pieces to the puzzle. But first, let me introduce myself to everyone here who is new to my channel. My name is Coach Steph, and I am a teacher life coach. Well, what does that mean, Coach Steph? I'm so glad you asked. So, teacher life coach, what does that mean? That means I get to help teachers be their very best, and that's on their terms. They tell me what they want, and I help them get it done in the classroom. I help them to reignite their hope because some of our teachers, we've lost hope. So I am that. I am bringing them back to that feeling when you first signed your first contract. We all remember what that was like. Like, honestly, real talk, that is like one of the best feelings in the world is when you go in there, you slay your interview, and then they offer you the position. And don't let it be a position that you really, really want. Like for me, teaching business, anything business related, anything technology. Um, I'll dabble in a little bit of math, but I really like the financial pieces like accounting, um, things like that, right? Um, and so when they give you that position, they give you that opportunity to go in there and teach your heart out, teaching what you love to teach. Oh my God, that is a game changer. So I am here to help all teachers feel what that feels like at this point in the game, which is typically right after burnout or right after they get off the struggle bus. So if you know some teachers, listen, burnout, it is a common problem right now that we're facing in the teacher community. Okay. But it's important that you have the resources. A lot of our students, they struggle because they don't have the appropriate resources and help. They don't have it within them to ask for help. So we have to model that for them. So I want to encourage all of my teacher besties out there, my teacher bosses, because we make boss moves out here in this teacher community because we're impacting lives of children, of teenagers, young adults. We get to do that and we get to watch them bloom. Y'all, don't even get me on that soapbox right there because I was just having a conversation about that before I left school today. And listen, those kids, my kids, our kids, they went off for winter break and came back a little bit more mature. And they actually missed their teacher. I had so many hugs when I came back. Okay, y'all, let's get into this live. Okay, so this is the kickoff, the official kickoff for What's Up Wednesdays with yours truly, Coach Steph. I'm going to be giving you strategies, tips that you can use tomorrow in your class with your students. You can start testing it out. Think about it, okay? You'll be able to do just that, all right? So, I've got my notes off to the side, so I'm going to make sure that I don't forget any piece of the puzzle because I love puzzles, first off. So, everything that you're going to hear tonight is going to help you make a connect somewhere somehow. It's up to you to figure out where this piece fits in to your puzzle. Every teacher has their thing. So you have to figure out. Now, if you are one of those teachers that's having a hard time with figuring out where does these pieces fit into your puzzle, contact me. I don't mind. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. This is something that I do for my mentees every single day. I know we just returned to school this week. So I've been tapping in with them this week because we got a little bit of a break from our professional learning communities. So this gives them a chance to not have to have our normal, regularly scheduled meeting. They get to work in their classrooms, and so do I. But I use this time to tap in with them to find out what exactly do they need. Reflect. I've been telling them all week. Reflect on first semester. What went right? What went wrong? And what pieces from first semester do you want to change? That's how I approach this week. Okay, and that's just a little extra little strategy right there. Because when we come back from a break, and honestly, I was doing a little bit of reflection over break, but not very much. I really waited until I got back to school on contracted work hours so that I could really be accountable to myself and set healthy boundaries. And that's a little bit what we're going to talk about this evening on What's Up Wednesday. So today's What's Up Wednesday is all about creating that life work balance. There is a such thing as a balance, but you've got to find it. You got to put the right pieces in place so that you can have a balance. Because what happens when we're a little bit work heavy? That's where the burnout comes in. That's where we begin to get on that struggle bus. So I'm trying to get y'all off of there. And then I'm trying to, not trying, wrong word. I am doing the work to help teachers not get on there, to avoid the struggle bus. Okay. So the very first thing that we got to do is set boundaries. Take a look at what's going on in your life. Determine what are the hours you're willing to work on school stuff and stick to them. Set a little one to see how well you do with that. And then maybe, look at it over about a week or two and see how well did you work at meeting that particular boundary? Did you stick to it? Be clear, whether it's family, whether it's your coworkers, your teacher besties down the hall, make sure that, you let them know when you are available and when you are not. And also, we got to do more of this. And I am guilty of this too, where we don't make enough time for non-school activities, non-school talk. Okay? So make time for it. Like maybe call one of your high school best friends if you're still besties with them. Call them and see how they're doing. Tap in with a family member you haven't talked to in a long time. See how they're doing. Just check in. Okay? Number two, prioritize self care. Self care, y'all, is more than the bubble baths. It's more than going to the nail shop. It's more than going to get our hair done. It's really taking time out of your day to actually sit and be. Just be. Like, I get to come in my home office and I can just sit here and relax. I can take 5 minutes to be to myself. There is a door and it's closed. Most times, the family knows when my door is closed, then they need to knock. Um, it doesn't happen very often. Usually, when I have my door closed, they really just honor that. Um, so put that into place for yourself. All right. Maybe it's exercising, getting on a stationary bike, or if you got the Peloton, having a ride after school does the body good, and it does your mind good because it releases all that stress from school that's just built up. Um, and then other things you could think of that really bring you joy and some sense of um, relaxation so that you can really decompress and then get a good night's rest. And then in the morning, we're off to school for yet another great day. All right. Number 3, delegate task. Be okay with delegating things to do. So that could be something like um, in the classroom. I know that I had a hard time. This is actually what helped me to get on the struggle bus and then get to burnout. Was I was trying to be superwoman. I had the cape on 24/7. There was not like maybe a few hours in the evening where I didn't have the cape on, but I burnt out. So be okay with letting your students help you in the classroom. Be okay with letting your spouse or your partner help you at home. And here's a quick little, I guess, strategy that my household does. So, husband and I, we get together on the weekends right before we go grocery shopping to see, okay, well, what is it that you want to eat in this coming week? What do you feel like would be an option for you? We both have businesses. We both have, we're both working our 9 to 5. Um, so quick meals on a few nights of the week is best. It's almost like we gotta have those quick ones. So we might have like something like baked potatoes. We might have something like um some soup and salad. Or we might have like I might just have like soup. He might have a cup of noodles. Those types of things are really easy. They're go-to. Um, they're healthy. This helps us not to go to fast food places and put on extra pounds. Both of us have lost weight by doing this. And so right now what I'm doing is mixing in more water during the day. So I have my water bottle, and at night I do have my one soda, but throughout the day, I am hydrating myself all day. Um, Number 4, say no. No is a full sentence. Like I tell my students, no is a full sentence, and it is okay to say no respectfully. Practice it. Um, Saying no is really going to help you to maintain that healthy balance between life and school. Okay? Trust me. I One of the things that I say no to is staying after school. Now, I do have clubs and organizations that I sponsor. So on those days, those kids have me after school. So that way, I am, for the majority of the time, no, I don't stay after school unless we are practicing for certification or we are practicing for competition. Or I might meet with my cultural awareness club where we're just, getting together to plan activities on campus. And, sometimes we need a little bit more than just our 45 minutes on Friday. So, that's just like on a case by case, but ordinarily, the answer is no. Coach Steph has to leave and go home at a reasonable hour. So I'm usually home by I don't know, 4 o'clock, 4:30, depending on if I stop to the store, you know, do a little self-care, perusing in the store. And number 5, the last one is to set goals. Now, if you attended Coffee and Visions with yours truly, Coach Steph, then you have a good strategy for creating your goals. Now, if you're someone who struggles, might I suggest you start small. That way, you're not setting yourself up for failure. Okay. And it's okay to fail. You just pivot, right? We all remember that word from the last couple of years during the pandemic, pivot. That's what they wanted us to do. So, pivot for yourself. If you pivoted at school, pivot for yourself. Consider your goals. So think about what is it during the week that you want to accomplish, and then write down all the little steps that is going to be necessary to get that done. Look at the time frame. What day of the week must I get this accomplished? Okay? So I know, like for me, one of the things being department chair, I usually send out an agenda. So this week on tomorrow, I will be working on next week's agenda because next week will be our first team meeting. And so I've been tapping in, like I said earlier, with my teachers to see what they would like to discuss during this first one. I know I have some non-negotiables, but I also want to take care of some things that they feel is beneficial. And so we can bring that to the forefront and help everybody have a successful second semester. Okay? So just a recap. Number 1, for a healthy life work balance. And yes, most times you're going to see someone saying a work life. No, 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 no. I like it the opposite way, life work, because my life is important. My life matters. Okay. That's just how I like to think about it. So, number 1 is set boundaries. Number 2, prioritize your self care. Number 3, delegate tasks. And don't be afraid to test the waters in your classroom. Let your students help you. Number 4, say no. Be okay with saying no. And number 5, set goals. Start with a weekly goal and then branch out. What do I want to take care of in this 3 weeks? What do I want to take care of in 2 weeks? What do I want to take care of during the month of January? Pick one. But I would say if this is something that you have um, a hard time dealing with, I would say start with what do you want to do in this week? And what is it going to take to get it accomplished? Do a brain dump on a sheet of paper. Just take a plain sheet of paper and write out your week. So I would suggest this could be a little homework, okay? So for next week, take a look at your work week next week, or just take a look at your week, period. What do you have going on at home and what do you have going on at school? Now, this could easily be adapted for those of you working in corporate, those of you entrepreneurs. You can easily take this information and use it for that. But my audience is teachers. That's who has my heart, is my teacher community, because I am working day and night to get teachers off of the struggle bus, breaking through the burnout, and avoiding burnout and the struggle bus at all costs. That's my mission. And I'm doing all of that through my um, mission of reigniting the hope. You got to have hope. There's always a chance, but it's got to start here. It's got to start right here. Okay? So, thank you for being here with me this evening. Come back next week for another dose of What's Up Wednesdays to see what's up with teachers. What tips and strategies is Coach Steph going to share next Wednesday right here on YouTube? Make sure you share this out so that other teachers can get the knowledge too, because everybody needs help from one day to the next or one time or another. So let's pay it forward and share it out with other teachers that you know, even if they may not be struggling or burn out, they may know someone or it may prevent. We always go to the doctor for preventative measures. So think of this as a preventative healthcare plan on Wednesdays. So, Wednesdays right here on YouTube, 7:30 Central Standard Time, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. So, join me for the next one, and I'll see you guys later. Be blessed. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. You can DM me on Instagram or you can DM me here. You can drop a comment in the comment section. Oh, and while you're here, make sure you're subscribed so you'll know when I drop more strategies and tips for my teachers. We are in observation season, so I am gathering together all of the tips and strategies that have helped me to get on the mastery level. I am climbing on up towards that exemplary level this year. I'm claiming it and I'm going for it. And so I want to take everybody with me to the top. Okay. Because that's how we do when we're Teacher of the Year. We help others get to where we are. So, with that being said, y'all, good night. And I'll see you next week, same place, same time with What's Up Wednesdays. Peace.